play this no pressure A comp, Heretics.
It was maybe not too much of a surprise,
But you can just hold A from one of these because we got no vision block on A. So we'll see if Vitality actually exploit that or not.
His raise over on Lotus was impressive. They're going to hope for more of the same. Profek trying his best to survive on side has been dealt with. That double duelist swinging into action again. And the retake, a tough one.
Cautious, primed to strike as well. Chronicle looking the other way. The wall ends up saving him there. That could have been a little dicey otherwise. They need every man they can get to fight their way back through for Heretics. As you said, fighting against the history of that second place that always claims them.
Last player standing.
Yeah, it's nice on this one as well. Dude, Benji gets dropped Sheriff on this, right? Or did they pick one up? Okay, quite a few things for Vitality's look out for here. If they're saving this Vice Wall for after plant, they can start pushing behind all the time. Also, same time they got no vision block on A, so they can hold A down with one pretty early on. Aoki Jahara with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the Prime usage. Seraphim as well. Thank you so much for the Prime also, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
Very impressive on from what we've seen from their split so far. Think back to the 12-0 that Vitality has versus Pacific,
they use
but also
wall in after plant and then they have the wall behind. Might just be an anti-eco thing, we'll see.
We know the attack could be where both teams dominate, but that pistol...
Which of these comps do you prefer? I prefer Vitality's comp. But I think Heretics are just better at the map.
There's plenty of other factors. Fatigue, most certainly a factor for Heretics. Oh, but maybe not for Koshmaras. He looks anything but tired.
Yeah, they even had the nade landing there as well, the stun behind. I mean, that's an impossible situation. You got a judge. What are they going to do retaking with a judge? Why not bring it to them? One shot left is a good reason not to. So there we go. The reload comes into play, and now any step towards this area should be met with death. But somehow Yumpy's able to take down Kosh. Okay. Damage comes back into question, and certainly possible, feasible. Yumpy dealt with, it's only B main, but the question for Heretics is where do they exit? You're probably going to suspect that these players are towards spawn, maybe heaven as well. But they have to take a risk somewhere.
With the wall
they're going into him.
You would assume that they're not. Like you're going to think that maybe they're the other way. The smoke's definitely going to maybe play as a slight ruse, but it might be the other way. They're hoping to force them in the other direction.
Dude, this fake smoke here from Boo was awesome.
Safety first, and a 2-0 start for Heretics, a much needed one.
Very much so, yeah. This map has to at least start with confidence, or you could very well see Vitality running away with it. As Heretics said, as Neil Zinho said.
Yeah, absolutely saved them.
Well, that's clean. They were a little slow to start. They had to rely on that late comeback. It didn't come through, but
maybe something faster this, we'll see.
That second half streak, it makes them feel like they're back in the game. It makes Heretics feel like that last map was a bump in the road. What we're seeing here, at least to start with, seems to support that thesis. For now, a weak buy from Heretics, but not one that is void of potential. Only a single real rifle. The first pick only sends a judge into the hands of Rienz. Still those dangers lurking, but they are falling one by one.
Oops, not so much that.
Not pretty at all from Sayonara. Maybe the pressure getting to him a little bit in this series, but luckily he's got tenured players to back him up. The trophy for Vitality still holds a lot of weight. Sure, they got kickoff last year, but Stage 1, Stage 2 have only ever been won by Fnatic and Liquid. Today, one of these teams will change that, will put their name in the history books.
Oh, it's unlucky, it's a big crouch.
You only really
another round where Vitality find the wall in the after plant as well, though. So
constantly finish second.
Could be tempted to push down middle on this one or something.
The pattern makes it memorable for Vitality. 4 players,
or at least push on the sides if they get info. Who knows?
Spike is being diffused. That is a very convincing return, especially when Heretics. In a lot of these rounds, you'll see teams with like 2 pistols and stuff like that. They had 1 pistol, which was upgraded right away after that first kill.
Yeah.
And all things considered, that was a pretty solid performance. The only real danger being that fight from Sayonara. He is having a bit of a slow start. I don't expect that to last for too much longer.
Shimon with the prime, thank you for the 20 months. Appreciate that as well, mate. Thanks so much.
From a Nightfall, which coming into your opponent's first full buy, could be very valuable indeed.
Well, yeah, I feel like there almost has to be a challenge for this B-side.
Yeah, I like this from Heretics as well. We actually have a smoke down to create pressure like they're going over towards A Heaven.
Because that showstopper will be available, a complete game changer.
We'll see when it gets
in this round, but it is going to be capitalized on.
Nothing to stop this.
Taken with 4 players. No ground really battled for on the Vitality side. Sitting pretty, waiting patiently, but even though no damage
Him dodging the Prowler normally means they want to enter.
With the start of this round.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
the early fight, the orb.
Might have to change that one.
Prowlers being burned up just to confirm you're still there, but the paranoia was a danger. Not one they're able to follow.
Perfect went a little too early here, but I think he was worried that they were just going to jump on him.
Push comes to shove for Heretics. They now have that showstopper to entry with. That's going to make things a whole lot easier and make that clock not matter as much.
Okay, now I was about to say.
Yeah, Root's about to pop ult. Oh, it's nice for the Vitality though. They clear over towards B. They got the Neon on the rotate.
Oh, he's so dead. But now they know where he is. Showstopper not going to be able to deal with him. They're going to have to try and fight him, and he can't quite correct. Again, left on an island, and
30 seconds
unfortunately for him, the Piranhas caught him out in the water.
Oh, that's fast.
The trade's coming back thick and fast, but keeping the advantage with Heretics for now. Still a late lurk, but are those steps going to be heard? Look at the position of Yumpy.
Benji's been hurt.
He definitely knows the Benji is coming in this direction. This could be a freebie.
I mean,
it has to be.
It is a freebie,
should be, and Benji is completely unaware. Having heard no steps, now
he's getting greedy.
The
rest of his
hand on
team's dead.
Benji's shoulder follows him through. It's a near impossible round. He needs to be
okay.
Given a multi-kill, but instead he'll take the knife. Style points for Yumpy, but a round that should be too far gone for him to even try. And indeed, he is just backing out of there. The right call.
Originally, the plan was, okay, let's see how much I can get from this. The second his 2 teammates die, it's like, okay, at least I can add a little humiliation in. Maybe try and get in Benji's head a little bit, but other than that, it's a very comfortable round for the side of Heretics. An immediate response.
Garlic bread with the prime, thank you for the 2 months as well.
Keeping some of the players in more passive positions. But I am also starting to get a little bit worried because Sayonara, especially looking back to their last game of Split, I remember the sort of showstopper where he kills himself and then the showstopper where he wins the game. He ended up being their best player in that map. If he goes missing here, that's a problem.
Without a doubt, yeah, and we've seen him with some opportunities so far squandered. But the same can be said, yeah, sure, he's 0-4, but Kron isn't having that kind of game that we've seen from him.
I mean, he's going to have perma-vision of this line the whole time. An extra miss.
Shut down, and Durka now missing the op shot, has to flee the site. A has been taken, but Yumpy running down.
Oh, he got an extra on site. What is that one?
I don't even know where the second one came from. And when Benji traded out so quickly,
it's nice from Yumpy. Just capitalize off of the fade out. He got super lucky, but
now he's done for.
Yeah,
there is no way out. And Rienz faces a 1v4. It would be probably his play of the year if he was to get this one across the line. And
4 people surviving as well. The money gets really good. That's an eco, so is that, but they have this.
The ult positioning
so
as well
they force
from Yumpy. It
into
helps
him
ult. Out, but also helps out everybody else. They're able to reclaim this space so quickly, and he even gets a 2-for-1 deal. While Benji just he even gets headshotted. Just very, very unlucky. And then everything else is just clearing out those angles, and a confidence-building round from Sayonara to give them their second onto the board. Sure, it's still going to be an investment of sorts, but it's really not the best from Heretics. They haven't been able to build up too many credits over these last few rounds. What I will say, though, is they have a potential to level the playing field with their ults.
Well, that's it. Saved up for a rainy day, and that's a torrential downpour. And Vitality were able to equalize And Chronicle has just been walked on. Sayonara gets away with one, but that's the showstopper converted, and he is down to a sliver of HP.
Damn, fair play.
Barely manages to escape, and in fact, Koshmaris for a
good from Kosh not overheating here as well. Another round where they save the wall. So
wait. The wall in play has to be baited out for them to afford the retake moments from now, and there it is. In fact, this isn't even going to stop them hunting down the back of it, but the Steel Garden buys so much time, and with Vine still online, this round, oh my god, Koshmaris is going again! He doesn't stop! Koshmaris with a double on the bookie! They waited out the ult! They bide their time for that! Ridiculous! And he goes for more, of course he does. A greedy little goblin. He'll be put to bed, but the round for Heretics is more than enough of a trade-off.
Yeah, the goal now from Vitality is just try and make things costly. Try and remove as many of those weapons as they can, but this corner will give a safe space. But I do love that from Koshmaris. Like normally
the loser of this game makes it out of groups. I mean, it depends on the groups,
He knows that
man.
their weapons have been removed. The only thing they can have is pistols. And he has the element of surprise while the rest of his teammates have managed to retrieve rifles. It's basically just putting a spanner in the works.
And both players that were in spawn, which he didn't have that info at the time, he knew he tagged Profek a bit, but Sayonara was also incredibly low. So that bookie is the perfect weapon for that situation. Maybe even better than the judge there. And the way he peeked in and out certainly seemed like
groups be decided. Nah, groups is off the Americas.
On the floor behind them.
The only draw today is stage 2 groups. But Americas is a week behind, so you gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta wait a week.
One of the two that could see them lift the trophy in EMEA. What a journey it has been for them. From the very depths of the group
London?
stage, they were at the
5th of
bottom
June.
of the ladder. And now they stand here. A motto of the mountains are within reach. They're just one map away from the summit.
Yeah. But it feels like ones that are very winnable for Heretics. Like coming into Split.
Why is America's a week
Haven,
behind me? I got no idea.
I'd say Haven maybe their poorer form in recent times, but you know that historically that was one of Heretics'
finished
best
like
maps.
3
sure,
weeks
it hasn't looked great
before them or something mental.
But a close defeat to Foot and losing to KC, who were the one map team, and that one map was Haven.
Yeah. Most of the time.
It doesn't make you doubt them if they manage to take it there. And with Split again being more of that middle ground, if they can show this level of aggression.
Oh, that's a nuts second shot.
The first one I thought came easy.
Yeah, Kosh just absolutely sent it. I mean, the call was to speed up and send it, so he did.
Kosh was tagged on the cross as well, so I agree that first was incredibly easy. The second, ridiculous. Chronicle's running out of ammunition.
Did they do the Pacific draw today? Yeah. There's like one easy group. Well,
holding the up line
easy for like T1 and Paper X. And there's one pretty stacked group. It's hard to call.
Well, anyone who doesn't have an operator. The battle boo might be needed yet again. The one thing is, though, they've dragged a huge rotation to the B side, and they're making the read now that there's enough presence here. There's enough angles being covered and enough noise made that the A site should be free, should be easy. But we've just seen the rotation of Sayonara. And now the rotation of Durka. And now the rotation of Profek for a moment. And then Heretics try to go back to B. But I think this is a bit overcooked on the attacking side.
Nah,
we can see.
They're just saving this now.
Oh, they're trying to play with the rotations, but no
they're just going to run it.
And now you know what? That's the reward for earlier.
Money gets good.
Was hit, but now he gets the reward. It is an in-zone flawless, a clean way to break back in for Vitality. And again, we have to give credit where it's due. Every time they've taken a pause, the response has been fantastic from this Vitality side.
I'm not sure what Pal said to Profek to get that out of him, but
actually just hit the arm, right? Hand.
On his wrist at this point.
Yeah.
Took the hand clean off Rian's. But indeed, a 3-4 scoreline. Not jamming, but
again?
That's not a replay. Back-to-back collaterals.
That's not a replay.
I mean, it's a low buy round, right? It's one for Heretics that doesn't carry the most weight, but Jeez, you've got to feel a bit hard done by that, especially when Rienz comes through with a pick in mid. That pick means practically nothing.
Can we replay the, oh, nice Durka from Chronicle from the last round so that he doesn't need any new voice comms? Because it's just exactly the same.
That's crazy. Back-to-back rounds. Also closing the last round
and opening the next. It's literally, if you were not paying attention, that will have seemed like we just played the replay twice. In fact, though, he's going to end a couple of rounds. All right. I am seeing more and more of the Bandit. And seeing that in the patch notes, or the next one coming up, that they're going to buff it, it has me a little bit nervous. I hope it's like a little buff.
I'm going to give Boo the respect of not continuing that conversation, because I really do want to, but he's in a 1v3 and has picked up an AWP. Now, with the pistol in his hand, I had no faith, but he's already baited out the snake bite. He's got stars to work with, 2 more after that initial one, and he is trying to bait a fight. I love how he's approaching this. It is the right play, and he might be about to get a reward. They are sitting on the edge of the smoke, and he's walking up close with an AWP. So this is about as bad as it could go for him with no information.
Well, that could have been worse.
That could have been a whole lot worse. There's now 12 seconds left. They're just going to paranoid and dive on him. There's no need to let him get that plan through. And indeed, they're just about letting him through.
Yeah, like the smoke deep against this. It's cool.
With Vitality now finding 4, neck and neck. They've been so good at fighting their way back in with these slow starts in the half. You have to think, if they start putting up numbers early, it's going to be a tough team to deal with.
I mean, they tried to do the makeshift op.
Every other kill doesn't
the Marshall Sheriff.
That's actually what they said during the tactical pause. We've actually gone back a replay. That's all they said in the tac.
What was that? Scott's making the goofy noises. You love to see it.
I was about to say, he's turned into an old school cartoon for a second.
Well, that one's going on the soundboard for me. That was beautiful. Thank you, Scott. But for Vitality, as we said, they found their way to neck and neck. Viper's Pit won away, so multi's online for them to work with, but the same on the other side. And those orbs early on have been going to the attack side, but this time Vitality pushed up to get some of their own. Full B main control
Sayonara's here again.
But over on the A side, it's Sayonara that's in
trouble.
The nade will buy him time. In fact, the nade might get him a kill. He's there with a shot, and he's missed. But there's still a man up top. Profek is waiting and taking a double. Leaving Koshmaris desperately low as well, but now they've detected Yumpy. They know that he's here. They'll try to take him down and will do so successfully. But hold on, there's another challenger, because Chronicles joined the fight. He's come in from up top as the ult pop by Durka sits inside the smoke.
Oh, the timing.
Just in time.
God, it's non-stop. You observed it pretty good though.
Is the last man standing, but the
ooh, calm. That was calm. A little one tap on that.
And Heretics just about, but his skin on their teeth.
Dude, Boo is Boo's fragging pretty heavy these days.
Still sat in their chairs. What was that? The nade not getting.
Yeah, how is he alive there?
It's crazy. I don't know how Koshmaris wins that. Then you have the perfect backstab from Chronicle, and all ironed out. The final twist in the road. It's the clutch coming out from Boo. 5-4. They are still in their chairs, just about.
Outlaw comes out. 1 person, sorry, 2 that can get 1 shot. Dude, they're going so fast now.
In this map,
oops.
pressure put on. He stunned himself
Still goes for it.
Little bit, and the jaunty has beaten the judge. Profek now sat down there. They've put a second player. Durka walking up, even if he just trips the wall.
Does this wall done at an angle so that you can't jump up? Okay, because there's this wall done at an angle so that you can't jump over from here. It's pretty cool.
Already pushing up middle.
I like it.
Maybe looking for the same again. I don't think they
might still be able to do it with Neon, but
because
probably
that was
not.
mental. The Sayonara is still alive.
23 HP. Chronicle should be dead here. If he hits this headshot, I'm going to lose it. But that smoke has bought time. In fact, they're looking
big from Kron if he goes for it.
Kron's able to easily get 1 in that nade.
It's cursed. His nades are cursed.
It doesn't take Benji down. He somehow chest bumps it out of the way. Lothar was right. A simple block of the... No, Kron, don't go through. 23 HP. He can't go through that. And indeed, he will sit and wait now with no choice thanks to those thorns. And a second set primed and ready. They haven't broken it either.
Might have to be another Boo masterpiece here.
Is Benji going to wait for the paranoia?
He is 1 shot.
The Thorns go up as soon as the Paranoia's in, and that delays the retake.
Can't really go heaven because it's not a good plan for him.
For a second. But the Viper screen has bought them time. Benji desperately low,
14.
but even still, he's taken one.
Oh, Boo, mate.
Leads it down to the 1v1, and it's
No
Boo
stars.
once again. He's been phenomenal in these clutch moments.
Oh my God, he looks so crisp.
Miss!
He looks so crisp. Is he just one-tapping everyone?
For Boo. 1v1s with Durka. And one he had the ult. And the other the advantage, swing it out from that map. I can't believe the battle Boo
are so stupid.
Yeah, Vent is pure chaos here. But honestly, the game that Boo is having.
Bro, you're gapping Durka, bro.
He is gapping Durka. Playing his day. I don't know. He needs to start every series on a Sage, man. It just activates something in him. And the battle Boo's found 2 now for Heretics. That's 6-4.
Well, yeah, dare I say it, he has been their best player in this series.
He genuinely has.
Like, he's won so many unbelievable
Just winning
rounds.
all the impact rounds.
And wow, anybody calling that at the beginning of the day probably
Here we
has
go
some
again.
Boo-related pun on their back.
They're probably in a psych ward at this point.
I was making a joke about his family, but you know, you can go that way
Saying
if
they're
you
crazy.
want.
They're crazy people, but we need to use them to tell the future.
6-4. Lead extended somehow. A showstopper available. Overdrive as well. A chance for an incredibly pacey hit. Sayonara is trying to be disruptive. It's only going to be the one. Prophet in an insane off angle. So aggressive, but they are denying them. He can't quite TP away. And again,
idea from him.
Combining with Woot. Both tagged desperately low. But a post plant will happen. And the timing could
really
be
nice move from Woot.
It seems like Yumpy's aware.
Yeah, he might be on top of it.
He knows the gaps that have been left. He knows there's a flank coming as well.
Anon,
so
thank you for the gifted, mate. I appreciate you.
He looks away, but I don't think the gun was ready for Woot. That's a problem. It would have to be 3 in a row for Boo. This one, surely, he has no chance. And finally, they have dealt with the menace that's been causing them issues over the last couple of rounds.
I think if Boo won that one, we'd have to check he's not got someone team viewered in.
Yeah.
An old German player comes to mind. 6-4.
What the hell?
Team Heretics with that lead that their IGL
Why is he still
playing
that?
for them, now under threat. As we could again be neck and neck at the half, which is the furthest thing from what Heretics want. But it's been a good
Who is talking about
attack side
Nisal,
so
man?
far.
I know he is.
5-0.
Context is the best player to ever touch the game, Nisal. Disappeared as soon as those land
Heretics
events.
is the fact that, as said at the beginning, we have seen both of these teams do the majority
You
of their
can
damage.
put one and one
on the
together, you
attack
know where
side.
I'm going with it.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot of data for Heretics on this map. When you win 13-2, that happens quite often. Prophet almost used his paranoia towards mid. He's actually the one under pressure without realizing it just yet. Some weaponry weaknesses, and Rians and Benji with the low-buy weapons have managed to win their opening fights. In fact, Woot's now added another to the death toll. This was looking like a weak buy, but somehow Heretics have found strength.
There's the showstopper. Easy kill on the Woot. He was low HP with no possibility of surviving. The problem is the rest of his teammates not in that same boat. Sayonara, as the wall drops, he's just missed a player slipping into his left, and
Oh my God.
that won't be the end of him. That's Steel Garden buying time as the wraparound comes in from Rienz. It's not needed. They've already got this one locked down, and with the Viper's Pit to work with, he will find it hard to get that put into play, and indeed impossible. A 7-5 score at the half for Team Heretics. There is
The Vitality's defense that was rough last time, though.
They've got to try and make it work in that second half. Otherwise, this game will be going the way of Vitality. And there is someone down in the crowd standing by with Nats, who is a massive Chronicle fan, who I'm sure would love to see that happen.
Brad, I feel bad about doing it over the interviews. We'll see.
It is
We'll
so
wait for another
often that we
opportunity.
talk about the supporting staff of the team and the players there with their orgs, but of course we also have to give a shout out to the supporting
9-3. Okay, so then
people
maybe
around
it's
the
not too
players.
bad
Right?
on
I got
defense,
Angelina,
honestly.
Chronicle's wife here, joining me. How stressful is it right now to know they're one map away from winning, but they're down at halftime?
I mean, it's very stressful. Not that stressful as Paris champs, but still stressful, you know.
It's hard to watch at moments, and this stage for Vitality has been so up and down, and you've been there through all of it. So what is Chronicle like as a player through those losses and not just the wins?
I mean, he's very hardworking, and when things are not working out, he's always working on them. Like, sometimes I just don't see him at home, you know?
The grind never really stops.
Shady, thanks so much for the prime. I appreciate the 7 months. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it is.
And then we're talking about it there, they're one map away. Obviously, you're not there, you're not in the coaching booth, but if you could just whisper in his ear right now, give him a little bit of support, what would you say to get him that one step closer to lifting the trophy?
Oh, I think I would say, like, just believe in yourself, you're better. That's it.
Hopefully he can hear you down there, but Angelina, thank you so much for joining me. Hoping the Vitality boys are able to come out on top for Angelina's sake. We're going to head back to our casters for now.
Thanks, Nat. Always good to hear from Angelina. 7-5 right now. Vitality need that little bit of hope in the crowd. They're down by 2, but a map to the good. The mistake here won't cost them the grand final. It won't cost them that trophy, but the same can't be said for the team currently leading by 2.
Yeah, I will say though, weirdly, I feel like Heretics need the pistol more. Like a pistol win, putting Vitality level on a map where they favor that attack side quite heavily, a map where they have some pretty nasty setups surrounding the likes of Durka, especially if they can get that Nightfall online. Of course, make sure to check out the QR code if you are fancying coming down for Masters London. It's going to be a great show, and you're going to see both of these teams there.
But it's going to be all right.
Warriors, mate, you gotta honestly do that.
Half number 2 is already
Incredible damage.
Pretty successful start. Pistols have invaded heaven, where Koshmaros is as usual.
Alive,
Good for
HP
at
on that
least his
burst.
one. He's really been a joy to watch grow as this season has gone on. But he has been left flattened in this round with Benji and Boo in a 2v3. The thing is, Yumpi's incredibly low. Well, so is Boo.
Yeah, I guess if you don't see the man you're fighting, turns out it's more difficult to kill them. As said, I thought this was an important pistol. Unless Benji has some heroics, a chance, but those shots just not landing. Even the low HP Yumpy would still be standing for everything he's fired off so far. They're now trapped within the site. Finally, he deals with one. But more importantly for Vitality, that is the second pistol under their belt and the start to their attack side they would have desired.
Yeah, and it's like you said, Tom, with a solid attack side, historically, this is where you do start to get a bit worried. That pistol could have carried a lot of weight for Team Heretics, and their adaptation coming into the next round is going to be vital. Do they make an investment? If so, how much? It should be
Wait, what did he say?
This is grand final aim if ever I've seen it.
Should be next to Eco. And indeed, it looks like that's what we'll get. So a small investment on the Koshmaros, no surprise. These rounds have worked out in the past. And for Team Heretics, they now more than ever need a solid start to a half. Vitality are back to comfort here on Split.
The pistols? Yeah, I've lost track of pistols. I want to say it's been 1-1 every map, but I could be fully wrong.
Again, we come to the question of damage in this round not being very easy to obtain. Like Heretics, if they get 2 kills, great. That's a ghost and a sheriff gone. And actually, it's probably just the light shields, as those pistols will be carried forward.
Third seeds will play second seeds,
So for
but
them to find
there'll be a draw
success
for
here
it.
will be difficult.
Well, yeah, it almost feels like the goal from Boo is just to try and get as much info as possible, but already
Great tag.
Tag onto Chronicle, but the team is going the other way, slowly clearing out angles. It's all going to be heard by Boo, but it's how quickly the rest of the team can get there. Koshmaros, very quickly. Everybody else, it's going to take them a moment, and with the post plant already in, it may even just come down to dying to the spike.
I mean, what's Koshmaros supposed to even do? The risk taken in going into heaven here is huge with the Marshal.
Has this been high level or a lot of slop? It's been pretty high level. Poe was definitely slop.
Now they've covered all their bases. They've seen that everything's clear here, and he can start to look for fights. This is the right way to play the round. Let the man with the rifle take some duels. Try to help as best you can and pick it up if he goes down. Cost is what you're trying to apply to the other side, and it's already a decent start. One headshot, and he gets a lot more, and that stun is caught a lot. Now here comes the Horde running through. It's only classics, but there's so many of them. The damage is actually being done.
Half.
It's starting to get costly, and it definitely got dangerous. But in the end,
actually bailed them out fully here.
Victorious.
I like these smokes that people are doing on these retakes of low buy. They get so much space from it.
3 players going down. They are still going to be able to comfortably pull in a decent fight in this round.
Yeah, these 2 smokes here are nice.
But for a second, I thought Boo was just going to stick that under their nose.
He could have. No, not this one. Not like this. Not like
Let's
this.
go, Balls D. He's talking to you.
Yeah, that's it.
Motivation for Tom. Love to see it.
Got up my game. 7-7. Vitality, as said, I feel like they will now feel like they are in the driver's seat. But you can never count out Heretics at any moment of any game. They pulled off a reverse sweep before, but this one doesn't even need to be that.
What the
2
hell?
maps needed. And they find themselves level. As I said, we haven't seen much of their defensive side because of how dominant they were when playing against Foot.
Pretty good from Vitality at the moment. They created so much pressure over towards A Heaven.
Teams have struggled against it. The re-aggression has been spotted. Boo decently placed, but it's
Great
only going to be
kills,
one.
man.
And in fact, Boo gets nothing on the other
Rien's
side.
gonna have to do a lot.
He's going to throw the Nightfall in, but it has been dodged. Rien's, no, he steps back into it
that's
because
rough.
of that low. Koshmar is hoping for some miracle spam. Instead, he's actually caught. But will be allowed to survive, at least for now.
Dude, Pistol into a bonus. They're on attack as well. Wait, they're fully in control now.
For Vitality, they've already sent Heretics for the hills.
Yeah, Rien's had to get
secured the site, secured the win, secured the lead as
Rien's
well.
had to get some, and
this Vitality
the 1-for-1 isn't great on B main.
Undefeatable at times. Again, we talked
This
about
is still a
the
nice round from Vitality though. They cleared so much pressure over towards here as well.
Through that upper bracket, defeating
they had passive pressure over towards mid in terms of their smoke. They kind of just did pressure everywhere.
Of the region, your Liquids, your Fanatics, they bested them with relative ease, making it here. Foot as well, and we may be soon to add Team Heretics to that list. A 3-1 on the horizon with victory for Vitality, and the economy pushed to the limits for Team Heretics.
I think the thing as well, though, is like those were not just the top teams of the region, the teams that, like you talk about, a list of people that go to champions. It is normally those, maybe alongside Giant X, as you mentioned at the beginning. Yep. Those are the squads that we normally send, but also they're ones looking back for Yumpy, Profek, Pal, that they struggled against last year, the ones that would stop them making it to those events. Of course, a victory here, it might be a small footnote in it, but will also garner them
pressure mid, and at the same time free B main control.
Give them a top 8 as well, which will give them additional time, and we've spoken about this squad with that time to work.
Getting in position to punish the wall.
For Heretics, though, they would like to claim that for themselves.
Oh, that's cool.
Round, but the nades actually
wait, that is cool.
Pick off Sayonara. A good start, a couple of weapons that were kept through from the previous
flash above the wall, they nade on top of it as well, so you have to be running back and then use the wall to get the people running back, and they're blind, obviously.
"50 seconds on the clock, and it looked like uncertainty for a moment there. Akash was going to rotate to the B site, and maybe he should have. Paterka's gone down.
Wait, this is a lovely round from them right now.
Showstoppers on B.
Helping out the B site under
holy
threat. No longer. Boo's got him through the wall.
What the hell? Boo, chill.
He's running for the rifle. He's looking the wrong way. Boo's been dealt with, but Showstopper, as you said, it's there, it's available, and Wood's thinking about
wants to pop ult, but he doesn't know about sight.
This is his moment, fired out with great precision. And Chronicle Another
Oh, that's a nice round. This is beautiful to watch.
Team Heretics lost the lead, but not the will to
The
fight.
mid trap is awesome here. I really like that.
Obviously helped out massively by Benji with the initial tag
Came in
to
with
get
one
his
gun,
native
right?
kill.
To get 3 upgrade.
But the showstopper had to be timed perfectly.
Yeah, this was
he
sick,
goes
dude. Look
too
at that.
early. Maybe he doesn't catch someone. He goes too late, and Chronicle
might have
killed him. So he had to
a
get
little
that
unlucky there
spot
was a
on.
multiple here.
And then also just having that nade towards the end, even the blast back just to reduce any fall damage. That is how you play that raise. That's why you want to see him on this agent. And immediately evening up the scoreline, putting their economy through the roof as well.
The attack
They are
up.
right back in contention for this map.
Different from Heretics on this one. That's nice as well.
Chronicles dealt with early by Heretics. Now that A aggression coming out, they are starting to believe. Round 17 and the lead could be theirs yet again, but Vitality, they've only lost Chronicle. Durka still waiting. That operator, we're not
Big
even
duel
waiting, pushing
here.
forward,
Yeah.
taking space, tripping the wall as
Yeah,
well.
I would
towards
imagine
B
Yampy
heaven.
isn't going up, at least in the next 20
All the
seconds,
while,
but
you can see that
he is a bit of a
Vitality
lunatic.
across the map have a very, very slow plan. Waiting for aggression in mid, in vents, and outside B, but nothing is coming their way. The only aggression they waited for, so the only aggression they got was when they were waiting for outside A, but got punished. With 45 seconds left, they might have to go blind into this site. Well, not quite blind. That'll help.
Oh, Wu goes swinging out.
It
35
was nice
seconds
though.
left.
Omen to
Still
spot
two
him
players
back
on
to
this
site.
Mid control. Has been
2 on
challenged
site,
for.
but they're on the
Looking to try and
same
surround
pause.
them in. They look to fight this together. There's still another
Yeah,
player.
same
Rians
pause
gets
is
dealt with,
not
though.
ideal.
Vitality on the entry have done well. Wu already in fairly quick, but that plant is coming through. Kushmar is just running it down. He doesn't even know. Duck is still in the corner.
Oh, Duck has hit a
Some
banger shot here.
reaction shots coming out of the fin. And a back and forth continues.
Heretics have enough money here, though.
Lead
They're
claim
fine
by
for this one.
Vitality. And once again, Heretics find themselves on the back burner.
I'm really keen to see this replay of the final or second last kill. The last one Durka got. Because I saw him holding heaven with the
Yeah,
arm,
it might be a no
and he
scope.
adjusted so quick.
Ooh, it's a
Look at
really
that,
nice shot.
man. So fast to catch that Neon sliding through. And it gave Sayonara the time to correct up top.
Sit down! Sit down!
It's not just a...
You guys are sitting.
Sit down, all of you. You guys are sitting. 9-8 for Vitality. A big round in the last, but it has been a pendulum swinging in so many of these rounds for Heretics, investing fully. Booze on a
Okay, let's
bookie.
hype this round up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The combine
Makes sense when you
next.
look at where he's holding.
At
So
this
this
scoreline,
would break them.
This is it, yeah, a loss here, and they are trailing by quite some. This is the cliff's edge, and they're standing real close of their own volition.
Oh, Prowler sent through. Chronicle this time holding with an operator. Second Prowler. Even committed.
God, they're going to feel like they've
There are clearly
absolutely
some
owned
doubts
this.
that maybe they missed
They
something
might.
outside of A.
I think there's only
and
one
those
here.
doubts seemingly being
Yeah.
confirmed
A good
as a
flash on
rotation
this.
went back in the other direction. Wu
Fawn's
headed his way
flash.
into the other side of the map. Utility being baited out though. Happy to play this one slowly, but now
What a
Sayonara
flash.
goes in, but he's blinded. Solid flash to help out Rians. An advantage taken, and with 30 seconds, if they're going to change the direction they're going in, it would need to be now.
A lot of that utility from Vice already dealt with. They're not wrong to still commit to this A site. They're walking out.
Been a while since we've seen him in this pause. The Benji fishy pause.
3 in the blink of an eye! And no surprise, Chronicles running for the hills. What was that? The man motivated to play on home soil. He removed his utility, but yeah, Benji was the real problem.
Just holding that back corner. It's such a valuable position because as they come running out, he's able to hold the line, but the re-swing further to just mow them down. 9-9, the back and forth continues, and this time it's enough for Vitality to take that pause. We've spoken about it all the way through this game so
Yeah, this
far.
flash is awesome.
The commitment of the showstopper,
Oh,
the
dink that other guy
reposition
so
into heaven, and
early.
all dealt with by one man.
Spike down.
And just when you think that Vitality have that golden road all the way to a trophy, a top 8 at Masters London, and those couple of extra points, It gets snatched out of their hand by the last remaining Brit from EMEA that's
a fly on that side of the stage. Dude, who was the pro player that said there was a fly on that side of the stage? Was it?
But the fact
I can't remember who it was. I thought it was for Americas. I thought it was like Leaf or something.
Getting a trophy, it is getting one.
It was Wu? Oh no, yeah, it was Wu.
The existence of a
Dude,
curse
this was like 2 weeks ago. Surely we've got the
when
fly
you see
out of there.
The interview with Benji
There's
earlier
no
where he
way
is
the
asked
fly
about
is
it, it's not
perma
like a
on
mat
one
doesn't
side
exist,
of the
it's a,
stage.
well, you know.
We like to
Actually
believe it
living on
doesn't
the
exist, I think
stage.
she said, like, you have to start by just ignoring it. That's not you saying it doesn't exist.
To clear that mental block
crazy.
before you even get to London would be nice. The fact is, though, this game has been anything
Yeah,
but
it was
clear.
Wu. He was talking about the fly like 2 weeks ago.
Ultimates a couple, one for either side.
Then the fly's
Dirk is gonna
distracting
have
on
to
that side
use
of the
his to
stage.
pad the gap
Jabongo,
with
thanks
his
so much for the
weaponry.
17 months, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Classic is all he has alongside it, and it makes me believe this is
thank
going
you for saying
to
that
have
as
to
well,
be a
man.
pacier
I appreciate you
hit.
saying that. Thank you, thank you.
Almost off rip.
Durka's given all this space for free. Heretics are playing so far back that they've left this as a vacuum, assuming perhaps Vitality would take it, maybe. Even assuming the pace would be as it is. Vitality now make it up to heaven. Congratulations, Durka, no ult anymore. He's down to a classic. Chronicle holding the op, has been given no peeks. This is so patient from Heretics.
luck to
Their
Benji.
reward now. Fights on
God,
their
this flash
terms.
is annihilating
The flash
them.
from Benji again. It's causing so many issues for Vitality. And this may well be the last A hit we see for a while. They are being shut
Wendler,
down
hello, mate.
on
Congrats,
this
bro.
side of the map.
Yeah, it feels like, again, as you said, they removed all of his utility. They sent Durka through. His only goal was
Congrats
just
on
to
that
get
one.
rid of every single piece.
Best of
Make
luck
it
in,
so that
London
he
as
was
well.
almost left bare and barren on this backside, but a singular flash and his own swing was enough to end this round immediately, and Chronicles right back to the same as last round. Can I save an operator in towards the spawn?
Chat in London? Yeah, it should be nice.
A lead
Be pretty
that
good.
will now be claimed by Team Heretics. A map of the utmost important, a map that would
Let's
take
get some
them
extra
to
time
Haven,
as well,
which,
that's nice.
Again, you go back to last year, the year before, they'd be dreaming of a last map on Haven. No one would even let them play it, let alone let it be the final map in a series. And sure, times have changed. Their favorites were in fact banned out at the beginning of this series, and that's something that can't be understated. Like, you
Can
come
actually
in
sleep
and
now?
your
Yeah, the
opponent
lower
gets a
bracket run is.
veto plus a pick, you lose Fracture, which has
tiring.
been very good for you, and a perm ban for your opponent.
Oh,
and
he's
then
out of
you
there.
lose Ascent, which has looked great versus very tough opposition. And you still come in, you challenge in this series, you almost take away a map
Well, I'm
from
pretty sure we're
your
tech
opponents
pausing.
at the very beginning as well.
The guy just walked off stage.
Sure, you almost go 2-0 down, but let's ignore that. And now you sit 10-9, a chance to take it to a third map. And in all honesty, you now look back towards Vitality again. You've just taken a pause. You've been absolutely obliterated by exactly the same thing that caused you issue in the previous round. And again, you dealt with all of his utility with no trouble. You'd almost
Gosh.
want another
He just
tactical
got-
pause here, but
he
you
just
don't
got
really
up,
have
man.
that blessing.
You know, that's the problem, right? Like, you look at how those rounds go down. Like you said, you remove all of that utility. That should be Benji stripped of any chance to really do anything. But that singular flash and the timing of it as well, that's the key thing. They waited so long on the defensive side. They didn't overpeak. There was an op waiting to catch them. There was Durka up in heaven already. I'm talking for a good 40 seconds. You have Vitality stood there waiting.
The cheer for the tech pause. Only in this
And
region.
the second Vitality say, okay, they're not going to do something, go. Heretics strike.
We are the only region that celebrates a tech pause, aren't we? I don't think anybody else does this.
Hey, it's their fault, man. The stage does look good in red.
Hey, you know, we've got.
I mean, this is the
ourselves a
first
tech
one in a
pause
while, though.
sponsor. We've got ourselves a tech pause chant. So it's only right, though. That
What are the
we
league?
get, hopefully,
What are the league officials
Sure.
investigating? Probably why
As
he
the
got up
stage
and
goes
just
red.
left.
But I also think that for Vitality,
He did just
genuinely,
kinda
this
get
might be
out of
one
there,
the worst times for this to
casually.
come through. Like, it's been a back
Lazen,
and
thanks so
forth.
much for
You
the
go
prime.
onto
Appreciate the
your
16 months.
favoured side of the map. You've now
Thank you
lost
for that.
2 rounds in a row to a Benjamin Fish sat in a corner, and the same corner
Yeah,
as
he
that.
is locking down back of sight. That flash has owned them
And you now
twice,
have
back
sit
to back.
and almost stewing it. Now I am seeing Chronicles sit up. Now that's normally a good sign. If he was still lounging.
Oh, he's a lounger.
That's where I'd be a little bit more concerned. But he's locking in, so hopefully that means we're not going to see too much red for too much longer.
Yeah, I believe we might be getting ready checks down on the stage if Kron's sat up.
Red E-checks?
Red E-checks. Very good,
nice.
Tom. Very good. We can mute his mic if you want. Double digits, though, for Team Heretics. And this,
in the ones.
In the ones. Thanks, Tom, for reminding me of that one. It's always good times with you, brother. Always good times with you. I'm looking for 11 op in hand for Koshmaris, and I think for Vitality, this is very much the turning point against their favor. If Heretics win this one, we go right back to map 5 in our heads. We go right back to Haven, as close as it's been, as much of a battle as Vitality have put up. But the attack side, the main crux of it so far is that A side. They need a solution to that, something they will have been thinking about during this time.
There was a bigger cheer for that going red than there was for it not being red anymore.
Yes, as there should be.
We are sick individuals.
Thank you, EMEA fans. Our priorities are well and truly in order.
Another A?
And here we go.
I mean, surely they go Heaven and cancel this time.
This is their opportunity.
Dude, he had the flashback aside, and then he went, actually, it just won me 2 rounds. I'm putting the flashback here again. Scatter nade hits both, maybe? Both. And, really? I thought this was so high up that I wouldn't get the flash. Maybe did it lower this time.
But okay, they are selling the idea that they are going to go there again. Nade thrown in to try and force people out of positions.
And break utility if it's there.
Yeah, make it feel that a little bit more awkward. The rotation hasn't been pulled, though. They haven't moved anyone to that side of the map just yet.
Well, there's 2 ways this works for you. One is
it's
rotation.
good from them right now. You'd imagine the wall would have gone up as well at one point.
And they go right into
Great pressure over towards Vents as well.
And we've seen you're either getting tagged or taken down if that's the case. The problem with it is, again, this relies on the gamble that Heretics will overface, and they have not done that. No. Think about the last round. They were so patient. And when they have an angle like this of their own,
pause with...
Why would they?
Oh, no.
Fired
with all.
As the wall went up.
Surely this is a Fado.
And it hasn't taken anybody down, not even down low. Those players now flee, making it
Gotta
look
cancel
like
on 30.
this was all a plan to fake A, go B, but the wraparound is on its way.
It's gonna be so late on this one. Wait, did he
rotations.
pick up his flash? Either way, the flash is back.
It's still gonna have Benji. And
dude, Benji has ult as well. Yeah, it's the same flash, man. The flash is gonna wreck him again, isn't it?
Can Benji Fishy save them?
God, the delay's so big.
He's gonna try and deny them the weaponry, but they are running out of time. 12 seconds.
Big flash for Benji. Dude, they got no time. Trying to knife it. They legit have no time. The Vice utils wrecked them.
The one piece of util that left the remaining was that wall, and it is
that's incredible.
Heretics built a big, beautiful wall, and it kept all the attackers out. Benji Fishy.
Making Vice look like the best agent.
This flash we thought would be the key piece here, but it's not. The spike's stuck on the other side, and Yumpy, you see him breathe deep.
The wall is heaven every round, boys.
When that mistake will
I mean, he's not wrong. They found it there like 4 rounds in a row.
Sent down lower. And a mistake of timing. One man running ahead of the rest, and it's over.
They even found it like 2 of those rounds as well.
That or you run into an unknown flash.
Now 3.
Well, now
oh, guys, it's all going wrong.
Again, I feel like I'm going back to watching Eternal Fire on this map, where it's just like, let's just keep hitting A over and over again, and it's not working. They need to find something else, because walking into the Benji Fishy setup has only been met with death or running out of time.
Yeah, but it has been 3 rounds off Benji's utility. 3 rounds.
They got the wall this time.
2 were a flash, 1 was a wall. I don't think it's been a long time since I've seen a wall win a round like that in VCT. I can't even remember it. Especially this deep in a game with stakes like this for Vitality. It's a gut punch. And I think there's another one on the way. Koshmaris now holding patiently up top. That awful missed the shot. Nice little crouch peek from Profek. Plays limbo, and he's made it past this round, but no, come on now.
No, please.
No, they're doing that thing with the same pose again.
That clock ticking, and he gets
that's a big kill.
Instead. He misses one, but he doesn't miss from there. Chronicles operators finally found a victim. It feels like he's been saving it for
Very,
so many
very
rounds,
nice.
and while he will not save it once
Dude, they're
again,
locking down
Heretics
defense.
were looking defeated, desolate, but now
There he goes
they
at
are
it.
fighting
Haven
back
lost map.
4 in a row and need just
Heretics have a
one
nice Haven.
to take us to map 5.
As we talked about Vitality with a chance to make it to that summit, it seems Heretics are standing in their path. For now, at least.
Let's go, guys. Sick, guys. Amazing. Nice entry.
And thanks to that man, when it comes to the A site, the way is shut.
Dude, Vitality needs to do something different, man.
3 in a row needed.
Speed up
now
middle.
for Heretics, that fifth
I like
and
it.
final map.
You gotta actually take some space, though.
Taste it. It's just around
I feel like I haven't seen B Heaven for a long time.
Away.
Well, that's the question. Where did they go now? An additional operator has been brought up for the defense.
Could also AD for and try to break that wall, but
Has one in hand, a spare gun to boot.
There.
They're making it so that there is no safe angle to challenge.
Right there.
And mid, honestly, at this point, seems like the best option. Try and claim some control. The A site has been an utter nightmare, especially in the more direct approach.
There.
But the read, it's an interesting one.
okay.
The defensive side has fully
Fake
rotated
a
away,
B into this. I
leaving,
mean,
well,
a Prowler just cleared over towards A Heaven as well, deeper,
hero.
so they don't know how
in the
much.
form of Benji
they've owned
Fishy.
it, but-
seems like he's about to be
Dude,
challenged
one in
once
front of
again
the
this
wall
fight.
again. I've never seen a
There's been
team get
somewhat
so owned by
isolated
one
here.
wall.
But we'll have to hold.
Challenging Benji, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh.
He will be stunned, he will be naded. Surely
gotta
he'll
be
be
dead.
dealt with as a result.
Nice
And there it
spam
is.
on that as
The
well.
spam takes him down. The
Wait, they
plant
might have
found.
they might get around here.
They had to take
Oh,
a
they definitely
different
get around
route, but
here.
they got
Yumpy
to
gets
their
ult with plant.
destination at long last. A plant on the A site, but they can't let it slip from here. It seems some aggression on the minds of Vitality Prospect, wrapping around up top. But he'll hold his horses, hold that position. The same said for Chronicle. They're covering all their bases. I mean, the risk at the moment for the walk-up. But with the advantage. Oh, they just sit back and let Heretics come to them. Well handled to put Boo alone versus 3. And they're coming through that wall any moment now.
Yeah, he's trying to use his util once again, but there was no way out
Very
of
nice.
that scenario.
Day
Vitality
two.
broken through.
Good if you're Heretics, though.
They
You're not
finally were
changing
able
up
to
any
deal with Benji,
util.
and it
You're just not
genuinely seemed like
over-rotating
the
this
whole
time.
mid-take, the goal was just to make sure they could
Vice
clear that man
util's
from
just
the
been
heavens.
deadly.
Knowing where he'd be standing.
Benji maybe changed his
predictable,
spot.
but why wouldn't you be with the success that he's had? I'll also say as well, something that I don't know if you saw in the moment, but would have angered you if you did, was the fact that Koshmaris did drop himself a bonus weapon.
It was an Ares.
Of an Ares.
I did see it. I did see it. I chose not to comment on it.
Well, it didn't work to your satisfaction.
Thankfully, yes, and get exactly what you deserve. 2 more chances now to close out this map before overtime. For Heretics, they've already
Speedy
lost
mid-take.
There's a very quick take from Durka, but only
Heretics
the
change
judge.
it up. From barrier going down, they
Yes,
put the
if he
wall on
gets
the
close
floor.
enough. Right now we can see
And
it's completely
then,
clear.
once the
only man
wall
that
gets
could
triggered,
do
are we
anything
meant to
about it
just
is
nade off the
Woodface.
wall, or
They
are we
will pull.
ulting?
This is a whole new setup.
Looks like we're ulting.
For the
Can't
side
look
of
down
Heretics, a more
to...
passive one. And while the
Yeah, he
Thorns
is.
are going to help out, here goes the showstopper. A chance for maybe more,
Ooh.
but no! Gets a little greedy. Sayonara was already on the other side, and Woot not firing early. Could be their undoing. A chance now re-ends in the position
Oi,
that has
nice
been
kill.
so dangerous, but Sayonara waking up. We mentioned this young star on the Rays. A quiet start to the map, but a resurgence now sits him right near the top of the board for his team, and a post plant with a judge up close once again.
He needs to be so careful though. Stepping out of line here for Durka could give them the way back through the 3v3, but instead...
Feel a bit bad for Heretics here. This was a good setup, man.
His
They shouldn't have looked
rewarded again and again
shouldn't have looked this bad.
A 3 versus 2, and for Sayonara, a pick here, even going down, as long as it's towards the end of the round, it's just fine. He'll have a showstopper for the next and final round. All he has to do is get involved, and, well, you know, Sayonara always
Okay,
keen
one
to
last go at it.
12 to 11. One last round in regulation.
They should have
We
won
are
this. I
either
mean, this is a great round from
haven-bound
Sayonara, though.
or
He's just bailed them
another
out fully.
overtime to decide these teams' fate.
Bit of indecision
Again,
from
thinking
Woot, I will say as well, though.
to their last
He was a
victory on
little
this map
slow with
versus
his
Foot, and
ult
it was him that took him over the line.
because obviously the guy
Some
kind of challenged
high-impact
him.
moments, a showstopper,
And then at that point, I think he
that
just
ended up
nade
with a
and then
double kill.
swing and spam, but
and he's got one coming into this round. But this was all about
Sayonara
again,
doesn't
I
kill him
like
because
the
they got on the
ideas
left
from
though.
Heretics. Like you move your setup. I think Woot
They got
just
some good,
overcommits. That's the mistake.
they got
He
some good
buys
VIT
that
setups.
showstopper earlier. Maybe it gets a kill, maybe it doesn't. But it's more that he walked into a danger zone, and Sayonara just went, well, I'm behind that wall. I'm going to just disrespect. I'm going to assume that you don't think I'm here. And that turned the round on its head. That was the game-changing moment, and it was an unnecessary one for Woot to go that far forward. Now for Heretics and their coaching staff, it's about steadying the ship. They can no longer afford to bring in an operator by the looks of it, or maybe just choosing not to. And because of that, we'll see how that varies in their setup. The A site had been solid, but the last couple of rounds, maybe once the pressure is on, Vitality have found the gap.
105 stream streak.
To crumble.
That's
Yeah, it took a while to crack that code, but now seems like they've
big
had
change up.
Well, I wouldn't say
I
no
see
issues,
to over
but
towards B now, and I guess
certainly
we are
not anywhere close to the level
powering
we
deep
saw in
and
the
fighting like
previous
they did earlier. The little jump
couple of
move that they
rounds.
do with the smoke.
Big streak from Heretics, the 5 out of 6. Now we come to just one more needed, but it's been 2 in a row for Vitality.
Yeah.
Another will give them overtime. Showstopper.
Good luck to Boo back
a
a
tip
sight.
of the spear here, and that's danger now. Benji's got to run. He
Benji jumps through as well. He's completely juked him.
3! And that just might be the play that Heretics needed. Prophet surrounded.
Wait, that was nuts. I mean, Boo killed so many back aside as well. It's such a good hold from him, but Benji fully juked him. Okay, 5th map. It's the Haven as well. I mean, Heretics are nice at Haven.
It's crazy. Mr. Impact once again. Boo steps up when they need him. But we're